beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley. So today's video is going to be my updated brow routine featuring Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. So if you'd like to see how I snatched these brows, honey, stay tuned. Alrighty beauty, so let's get started with this brow tutorial. So honey, my brows are still in 2016, okay, 2016 and 2022. Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in dark brown has been holding your girl down. I have no shame, honey. As I've said before, there are no rules when it comes to makeup. You can do what you want. So I've really been loving dip brow lately. So you'll need your dip brow. You will need a angled brush. So this has an angled tip. And it also has a spoolie, so I'm going to use that to brush up my brows. This is the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH49 brush, living for this. And also another Jaclyn Hill brush. This is a flat brush, so this is going to be what I use to curve out my brows. So this is a Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH43 brush. And then I just have this like random Real Techniques brush. I've had this for so long, I don't even, it's the pink one. It's the pink one. So I just use this to blend out. And also my e.l.f. Camo Concealer, so I always use this for my brows. This is in Deep Cinnamon. Honey, this is a bargain. So let me bring you all in closer so we can get started with these brows. Alrighty, so the first thing that you want to do is take your spoolie. So I take my spoolie and I just brush out my brows. So you want to brush it out so all the hairs are facing this way. By the way, I do get my brows threaded, honey. If you are located in NYC, I go to Lakshmi 232 Emmerich Boulevard in Queens, honey. Go and get yourself right with my girl and tip her well if you do go. Don't, you know, come on now, be good. But yeah, I've been going to her for years. My bestie put me on and I have not looked back. Now that I brush that out, I'm going to grab the angled brush and then I'm going to dip it into the dip brow. So I usually put a little bit in the cap like this, and then I just make sure I get product on both sides so it's coated. So I'll take a little bit like this and then just put it in here and just really coat it because I want enough on both sides. So now that we have enough, you just want to take a little bit at a time. Don't go crazy. Okay, don't go crazy. So now that my brows have been brushed in the direction I'm looking for, I start with the bottom of the brow. So light strokes with the very light hand. And if you mess up, that's fine. You could always just clean that up with concealer. And then I go on the top of the brow with those same light strokes. And I'm really just tracing. You know, we take it back to coloring days when we used to like outline the picture and then color the center. So that's what we're doing here. So then I'm just gonna hit the arch slowly and bring that down. So this is how it's looking so far. And then I'm connecting that. This has just been very quick for me. And then I use whatever is left on the brush and then I brush through the brow. And when I get to the front of the brow, I know a lot of people say they don't like that boxy look, but I still use the brush and I angle it and I just brush it upward. So upward strokes, because I'm going to brush out the front and blend that into my nose contour anyway, so it's not going to look boxy. So essentially, this is how the brow should look. And now we're going to clean it up with some concealer. So what I normally do is I just take, oh honey, we're almost at the end. So I just take the wand and I just trace my brow. I drag it all the way to the front. And I just cover my eyelid since I do have some hyperpigmentation on my eyelid. And then I go in with that flat concealer brush. And then I just tap that product on my lid just to get a little bit, and I take short strokes. I'm just trying to get it as sharp as I can. And then you want to clean up and trace underneath the brow. So when you get to the highest point of the brow, you want to take your time a little bit just to make sure, because once you get some of that concealer in the brow, it's kind of hard to get rid of it. So you just want to take your time, hit that angle, drag it out. And this is how the brows should look. So now I'm just gonna finish up the other side and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so the brows are snatched, honey. So essentially this is how they should look. Now it does have a slight box in the front, but that's nothing the spoolie can handle. You could always just brush it out, just lightly, like you see how it's fading. Just like that. But as I said, I do that once the makeup is complete and I'm starting to do my nose contour. But what I will say is one tip to give you all, the brows are sisters, honey, not twins, okay? My brows are not exact. One is shorter than the other, one arch is closer than the, but listen, they're gonna get as similar as they can and still look good every time. So don't stress yourself out if they don't look exactly the same. Just try to get them as close to similar as possible and you'll be good. Nobody's brows are exactly the same. Alrighty, so we are back. I just completed the rest of my face off camera, so we're going to get into this nose contour. But essentially, this is what a snatched brow with dip brow looks like. So I'm going with my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in Mahogany. Now I snagged this at TJ Maxx, honey, for a little coin. I think $10 I paid, but the original price is like $28. So I mean, this was before COVID, so I know things have changed. It was untouched, unopened, but it was definitely a bargain. So I'm just going in with one of my brushes. So this is my Morphe E27 brush, and I just use this to blend out my nose contour. So I just tap in here. You always want to dust off extra product, and I place on top of the brow and a little bit of where that concealer ended. So I want to catch both and just drag it down a little bit. So we're dragging that out. So you see how it's starting to look faded? And do the same to the opposite side. Essentially, that is how I do my nose contour. Gonna highlight the nose. So beauties, thank you so much for tuning into my updated brow routine video. So if you have any questions, definitely leave them down below for me. I will leave all the details in the description box. And if you're new, welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell notification button so you know when I upload. And as always, beauties, stay tuned for the next one.